Hello everybody, we're going to talk about plant adaptations. The aim of this lesson is to identify some plant adaptations to survive in their habitat and describe their function. So, let's start. Look at all these different kinds of habitat. There's a rainforest, desert, Mediterranean climate, and even a cold climate. Why do plants live in certain environments? And how can plants live in such different environments? A plant adaptation is similar to an animal adaptation. An adaptation is a change in a plant that helps it survive in its environment. We live in the Mediterranean. What do plants need to be adapted to here? Think about it. Plants really need to be adapted to the high temperatures in summer and also to the lack of water, since it doesn't rain so much. Let's look at some adaptations that are needed in the Mediterranean. Some plants have thick, waxy, spiky or glossy leaves to reduce the loss of water. An example of this plant is the bay leaf, where you can see that the leaves are glossy, and also the ice plant, which has very thick leaves to reduce the loss of water. Some plants also have long, shallow roots spread over a wide area. This is so that if it rains, the roots will be able to soak up all of that water. Some plants also have deep roots, reach into deep underground supplies of water. An example of a plant like this is the jarrah tree, which has roots that can go up to 40 meters deep. That means the roots are as long as a building with around 13 floors. Plants also grow widely spaced from each other, so they sort of grow in pockets away from each other. This means that when it rains, they're able to soak up as much water from their surrounding area, and they reduce competition from water from each other. Plants like thyme have leaves that have strong tasting oils. This is so that if there are any herbivores, such as goat, the animals won't eat the plant's leaves, thus taking away its water. Plants that also have strong tasting oils are rosemary and fennel. Apart from the adaptation of having strong tasting oils and a strong smell, which you can smell if you walk around the countryside in any Mediterranean country, these plants also have the adaptation that their leaves are small and this reduces the loss of water. Final check. After every question, pause the video and allow yourself 2 minutes to work them out. When you're done, press play and check your answers. So what two factors do Mediterranean plants have to be adapted to? Exactly. Mediterranean plants have to be adapted to high temperatures and a lack of water. So any plant in the Mediterranean need to have certain adaptations to be able to deal with the high temperatures and the lack of water and rain that we have in Mediterranean countries. The second question, which of the following is not an adaptation that can be found in Mediterranean areas? So the first one is leaves have a light color, so they reflect heat and don't burn with the sun's heat. This adaptation can be found in Mediterranean areas. An example of this is the olive tree. Second adaptation is leaves have drip tips, so that extra water drips off the plant. This adaptation does not sound like an adaptation that would be found in Mediterranean areas because it suggests that there's a lot of water. So actually this is an adaptation. It's not found in Mediterranean areas, it's found in rainforests. The last adaptation, leaves curl up so there is a small area for the water to be lost from, is also an adaptation that can be found in Mediterranean areas. Okay, remember, geography is everywhere. Thank you for watching.